Welcome class 9 to the online chemistry classes. Today is the introduction class. So first of all I will continue with the syllabus of class 9. As you know that in class 9 you have to sit for the exam which is conducted by board. Means question paper comes from board. So you have to prepare accordingly. And your syllabus, as you know, it is of 80 marks, the written paper, and 20 marks will be the practical or the assignment. So you have to complete your practical work in the file which you can buy from the school, because practical file will contain all the experiments which are being given or suggested by the syllabus, this council. Like the chapters which are there, first one, language of chemistry. Number 2, chemical changes and reactions. Third chapter is water. Fourth, but remember in the third chapter, water, the syllabus which I checked, that last point, soft and hard water, that is not in the syllabus, because you know due to this COVID-19, 25% reduction of syllabus has been done by the council, since there is very less time to cover up all the syllabus and the classes are not normal. So due to this pandemic, there is reduction in syllabus. So soft water and hard water, you can cancel that one from your book. It's not there in the syllabus. You can yourself check the syllabus from the council's website also. Okay. Then fourth chapter is atomic structure and chemical bonding. Fifth chapter is the periodic table, in which you study about the different types of periodic laws. And then the sixth chapter is the study of first element, that is hydrogen, in which we study about hydrogen, which is obtained from different sources, the properties of hydrogen, displacement of hydrogen from acids, and the preparation of hydrogen by the commercial method, that is Haber's process, that is called the industrial process of manufacture of hydrogen by Bosch process, and the lab preparation of hydrogen. Then oxidation and reduction reaction, that is called redox reaction. We will study one by one all of them. Then the seventh chapter is study of gas laws. After that, the eighth chapter, that is atmospheric pollution. You can remove that one. So total 7 chapters you have to study. Okay, till study of gas laws. And the experiments which are there, the last 2 experiments, that is 4th and 5th, which is mentioned in your book, it has been removed. So only 3 experiments are there in the syllabus. Okay, so now we'll start with the first chapter, introduction. Maybe you have completed it, but still I will go through the first chapter only, so that it will be a summary for your first chapter. That is language of chemistry. In your syllabus, symbols based on Latin names. You know what is symbol? Symbol is a character or a mark which is used for a name. Suppose if I write the word capital K, in class 8 also you have studied, K is a symbol of which element? It is a symbol of potassium. Okay? And the Latin name is Kalium, K-A-L-I-U-M. From there only it is obtained, K. Similarly, the H is the symbol of hydrogen element. Alright? Similarly, the other like Na is the symbol of sodium. Although the name is Na, it is not the name of an element starting with A. It is sodium. Why? Because it is obtained from the Latin name called natrium. Okay? So we find that we get what is a symbol? Symbol is the alphabets which are used to denote the name of an element. Okay? You have read already about what is an element. Element is the smallest particle which can remain or exist freely, or it can combine with the other elements to form a compound. Okay? So next we studied about the chemical symbols. Chemical symbols like hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, calcium. So next is what is molecular formula. So name of the element and their symbols. If you learn it now, it will be good for you. So what you can do is, in your copy you can write the name of the elements, at least all the important elements. In your book table 2 is there, so that you can write and complete it, okay, as homework. The next is molecular formula. What is the full form of IUPAC? International Union of Pure and Applied Chemists. According to IUPAC, the names of all the elements and compounds are given. Okay, symbols are given. Now, what is molecular formula? You know what is a molecule? Like if I write H2, H2 means 2 atoms of hydrogen are present in one molecule. This is called one molecule of hydrogen. Okay, what is it called? It is known as one molecule of hydrogen. Hydrogen is the name of an element, first element of the periodic table. And since 2 atoms are there, like H, 2 atoms of hydrogen, so this is called one molecule of hydrogen. Similarly, one molecule of oxygen, O2. One molecule of nitrogen, one molecule of any other element we can take. Okay. So what is molecular formula? Molecular formula is the formula which represents one molecule of a compound. It represents the composition of molecule of the substance. Okay. It is also known as chemical formula. Now next one is, a formula also indicates the fixed proportion by weight in which the atoms combine to form a compound. Like if I say H2O, it means from this molecular formula, this is the molecular formula of water. So one molecule of water contains 2 atoms of hydrogen, 1 atom of oxygen. So it represents, or it shows that how many atoms are present in one molecule of water. Okay, so molecular formula also indicates the number of atoms present in a compound. Now next, what is valency? Valency I have studied in class 8 also. Valency, in simple words we say, it is the combining capacity of an atom. Means the total number of electrons present in the outermost shell. Outermost shell is also known as valence shell. So the number of electrons which are present in the outermost shell of an atom is called valency electron. Like we say, the valency of hydrogen is 1. Why? Because it has only 1 electron in the outermost orbit. It has in fact only 1 electron only, 1 proton only, because this atomic number is also 1. So there are many elements whose valency is 1, they are called monovalent. If the atoms or the elements show a valency of 2, they are called divalent or bivalent. Like magnesium is the name of an element, symbol is Mg, its valency is 2. There are some other elements like aluminium whose valency is 3, they are called trivalency. So monovalence means the elements having 1 valency, divalence or bivalent means the elements whose valency is 2. Okay, and trivalent means those elements which show a valency of 3. So what is valency? The number of electrons which are present in the outermost shell of an atom is called valency. Okay. Now, nowadays you can learn, a table is there in your book also, some common acidic and basic radicals. So what is a radical or ions? You should know the definition. Ions are the particles, charged particles are called ions. We do not say atoms. Why? Because if suppose Na I am writing plus, Na plus means this is charge is shown here. It means 1 electron is lost from it. You know that sodium has an atomic number 11. So if 1 electron is lost, it means the number of electrons will be 11 minus 1, that is 10. So it becomes Na plus. So plus sign means there is loss of electron, minus sign means there is gain of electron. Why? Because an atom is electrically neutral. You should understand this concept. Why atom is electrically neutral? Because the total number of electrons which are negatively charged particles is equal to total number of protons which are positively charged particles. So since both of them are equal in an atom, so atom is electrically neutral. Okay, they cancel each other's charges. So altogether an atom has no charge. You have seen the structure of atom. There is a nucleus in the center containing protons and neutrons. Protons are positively charged. Neutrons have no charge. They are neutral charge. and around this central nucleus we have the orbit or the shell, that is the path in which the electrons revolve around the nucleus. Okay, like first cell is called K, the second cell is called L, the third cell is called M, the fourth one is called N, and accordingly. Okay, so in this path or the orbit, the negatively charged electrons will revolve around the nucleus. Okay, so these negatively charged electrons are equal to the number of protons. Suppose if proton is 6, then here the number of electrons will be also 6. 2 in the first cell and remaining 4 in the second cell. Got it? Hope you have understood this one. Okay, now next we have to understand what is radical. So radical is a group of atoms. An atom or a group of atoms of the same or different elements. So suppose I am writing an example of a acidic radical in which only one atom is there, like Br. Br stands for bromine, and if minus sign is there, this is called bromide. What is this called? Bromide. Similarly, chloride. Okay, chloride also only one is there. Cl is the symbol of chlorine. Minus sign is there. This is called chloride, having negative charge. Okay, since only one charge is there, one negative charge, it is called monovalent radical. Mono means one, valent means valency. So single valent radical it is. Okay. Now here only one atom is there. So radical is a atom or a group of atoms. Group of atoms, suppose here you can see CO3. C means carbon, O means oxygen, CO3 minus. I have written CO3 2 minus, means having two valency. This one is called carbonate. Okay, and here there are many atoms, like oxygen is also there, carbon is also there. So here it is a group of atoms having a charge. So such group of atoms or a single atom with a charge on it are called radicals. Hope you have understood what is radical. Okay, so you have to write the name of these radicals in your copy and learn them, because this formula is required, particularly the valency is required. Okay, so now next we have to do is variable valency. What is variable valency? There are some atoms of the element which show more than one valency. So if atom of an element can show more than one valency, it is said to be variable valency. Okay, for example, iron show two valency, +2 and 3 also. So they are called, if the valency is 2, we say ferrous. If it is 3, it is called ferric. Similarly, mercury, if valency is 1, it is called mercurous. If valency is 2, it is called mercuric. So names are given different if the valencies are different. Okay, if iron has a valency of 1, it is called stannous. If valency 2 is there, it is called stannic. And if it has, it is also known as ferrous and ferric also. Okay. Now next one we have to do is determination of formula from valency. So how can you determine the formula of a compound from the valency? If valency is known, how can you find out the formula of a compound? Okay. So that one you have to practice also. I will show you in the later classes, because now it's not possible, only introduction part it is. But if you want only one example I am giving, you can see how to determine the formula from valency. Okay. Okay, look here. I am writing the formula, molecular formula of water. What I have to do? I have to determine the formula from this valency. So if valency is given, what is the valency of hydrogen? 1. Okay, what is the valency of oxygen? 2. So now you can see, whenever we write the compound, like we are writing 2 just below H, means this 2 is not the valency of hydrogen. It is the valency of oxygen here. Crisscross, and hydrogen valency is 1, so we write it here. So from looking at the formula of a compound, you can come to know the valency of the elements which are present in it. Okay. Now next one more example I will give so that you can understand. Al2SO4 bracket 3. Now from this, what is the name of this compound? It is called aluminium sulfate. SO4 is a radical sulfate. So here you can see these 3, no? So these 3 is the formula, valency of aluminium. Aluminium valency 3, and SO4 sulfate is there. Its valency is 2. So very simple it is. Just by looking at a compound, you can come to know what is their valency. Got it? So you can practice some more yourself, and then next we will study naming a compound or estimation of valency from a formula. Already we have done. We have estimated the valency from the formula. How to name a compound from the formula. What are the methods of giving the name? How the acids and bases are named. What is chemical equation? Chemical equation is like when we write all the chemical symbols, a symbolic representation of reactants and products. Suppose I am writing here C plus O2 gives CO2. Now this is a chemical equation in which this left side they are called the reactants, and after the arrow, the one which is to the right side, they are known as products. Okay? So what is chemical equation? It is a symbolic representation of reactants and products by using in a chemical reaction. So this is a chemical reaction only. So when we write the chemical reaction using symbols and formulas, then it is called a chemical equation. Got it? So in the next class, we can study about balancing of chemical equations, how to balance a chemical equation by hit and trial method, and then we'll also study the rules of writing a chemical equation, how we write a chemical equation, what are the methods, after that some questions based on them, what are the informations conveyed by a chemical equation, after that what is relative atomic mass, and then this chapter will be completed. Okay? Molecular formula, how to determine the molecular formula. Means 2-3 points are left, and this first chapter will be over once again. Okay? So today this much only. Thank you. In the next video or the next class, I will continue with the same portion. Okay?